And what's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Talking NASCAR podcast. This is episode number 78. I am back with Hitmaster, and he has got the video camera off for a very specific reason. And it's going to be kind of
a very sad reason, may I say.
It's going to be quite the shock. We'll get to that in a minute. Get to that in a minute.
For everybody that is new to this, I usually don't look like this. This was Tyler's first time seeing me before we recorded this, and he kind of felt weird.
I still feel weird.
But might as well.
What do you...
Yeah.
My eyes!
Bald!
My eyes! That's right, folks. The beard is gone. Absolutely devastating.
Rest in peace. And I just realized that now Jeffofthemellows is gonna roast me. I can't get out of that now. Fuck.
You weren't gonna get out of it regardless if we had recorded tonight, okay? The minute you turned your camera on, all bets were off. All right, it was gonna happen.
So what you're telling me is I could have just went, cameraless.
You could have, but that wouldn't have been as fun. No. Anyways, episode number 78 of the Talking NASCAR podcast. We got a lot to talk about today, especially from an exciting throwback weekend at Darlington, plus a lot of other silly season news that has come out. That is going to be a lot of fun to talk about. And then at the end, we're going to preview the All-Star race. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, let's get right down to it. First off, the throwback weekend at Darlington. All three series were in action. Sorry, I'm just editing something here. The truck got rain delayed. So I actually got to watch the end of it, because if you saw the vlog, that's where we were Friday night. It already came out. So that was fun. But I got to watch the end of the truck race. It was an okay race, I thought. Kyle Busch wrecked on the second lap, pretty much breaking the race completely wide open. The big one hit, collecting many trucks, including Matt Crafton. So that was pretty interesting to see. You don't always see a big one at Darlington. There were also a lot of fun battles across the track, and a lot of great saves too, including a double save by many trucks, just sliding all over the place. But it made for some great racing, especially near the end. There was pit strategy, but a late caution wiped all of that clean and set up an overtime finish. It looked like it was going to be Ty Majeski's night until this caution came out, and his ass spun the tires on the restart. Despite having fresh tires, I don't know how that happened, but Ross Chastain took advantage and ran away with it to get the win. So, I think that was his first truck win, at least first one in a while. So that was good to see. Good win there for Chastain. As far as the Xfinity race, it was ran in the daytime. Not a lot of cautions. Very much a fuel mileage, tire strategy type race. Somebody's gas can broke and spilled all over pit road. I thought that was interesting. What a waste of gas that is, AJ Allmendinger had a good day going until his day ended with mechanical issues. Justin Allgaier was able to dominate this race, though, pretty much straight through. Nobody was really able to challenge him. He swept the stages and was able to ride it home to the win. So, good work there for Justin Allgaier to get that going. And then the Cup race. Oh boy, the Cup race. Here we go. Of course, it's Darlington, so tire wear was a big deal. as it is every time they go to Darlington. There was some tough exits for drivers. Brian Blaney was having a really good day. Got caught up in an accident, and it ended his day. Kyle Larson, after a really strong start in a beautiful throwback scheme, they even brought Terry Labonte. Terry Labonte even came back for it. And he was in the booth, and he wore the uniform and everything, and then he wrecked.
Let me just say this. People think that Dale Earnhardt was there like as a ghost and purposely spun out Kyle Larson because he was driving Terry Labonte's car.
Not too far-fetched. Speaking of Dale Earnhardt, Haley Deegan blew a tire and crashed in the Dale Earnhardt throwback.
She got pissed off earlier after that because they didn't really show a replay of how it happened. And
her tire blew
she
up.
Couldn't. Well, yeah, but I mean, don't other people want to know how it happened and how like the freaking whole backside just got torn up?
Because it's Haley Deegan.
Because it's a woman and they're sexist.
Not true.
It is true.
Well, it is Fox. It might be true. Anyway. Just wanted to touch on that. Anyway, back to the Cup race. Larson had a really strong day to start, and then had some issues later on that took him out. But the day was mostly dominated by two drivers, Brad Keselowski and Tyler Reddick. My fantasy pick, by the way, Tyler Reddick. So things were looking good with Reddick getting the Stage 2 win, getting fourth in the first stage, up front late. It looked like he was either going to get first or second. We were going to get some stage points and come out of it. Plus. Until Chris Buescher got in the mix, and oh boy, did he ever get into the mix. It was inside of 10 laps to go, and Keselowski and Reddick were fighting to the death, trying to get the win, and then Buescher makes an incredible pass on the inside to take the lead, and it just seems like, okay, maybe we'll settle for third, but then after Keselowski had gotten put into the wall, so did Reddick get involved too. And then Reddick makes a huge run back to Buescher. So now he's battling with Buescher. And then Reddick makes an absolutely stupid move to the inside, putting him in the wall, and putting him and Buescher into the wall. They both have to pit. And Keselowski runs away with it.
Remember, Tyler had the other Tyler in his fantasy. So,
yep.
It didn't turn out well for him.
Yep, so we ended up getting 33rd in the race and end up losing spots in the fantasy league. So, the pain continues.
Sorry,
anyway.
That's why I stopped playing NASCAR fantasy.
But it wasn't all bad, because Brad Keselowski was able to salvage the day and break his long losing streak of over 100 races, and finally get back to victory lane. His first win with RFK since he became part owner of the team, and he was the first owner driver to win a race since Tony Stewart in 2016. So very, very, very cool stuff there. I felt Keselowski's a Michigan guy, so of course I'm going to like him. But also, he used to not be that well liked of a driver, but I think since he moved over to RFK, he's become more likable. And it was just really, really cool to finally, and the crowd loved it too. The crowd loved him winning. It was cool to see him finally break that long losing streak after so many close finishes, and get it done in a really strong fashion as well. So, I can't be too mad at the end of the day. But Chris Buescher was. And he let Reddick know what he felt after the race on pit road when they fought. Got into a shouting match. So that was interesting to watch. I get Buescher's frustration. I do. And but Reddick apologized, and hopefully that's the end of it. But who knows? So But that was good. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I think I gotta talk about. Also, Ford finally won. After so many close calls, they got back to victory lane, so good for them too. So overall, I thought it was a pretty good throwback weekend. The racing was good. Some likable winners, and just overall some really good racing. But Hitmaster, what are your thoughts?
I watched some of it, um, and I mean, wasn't too terrible, especially seeing that Jeff Gordon throwback that William Byron was driving. I missed that. Seeing the Jimmy Johnson car, seeing all the throwbacks that you wish came back. I mean, that's why I love Darlington, and I wish they would move another throwback weekend, like a double throwback to North Wilkesboro, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It might. It might. Probably not until it becomes a points race, if it ever does, but who knows. But that's all I really had to say about Darlington. So let's put that in the books, shall we? We got some other news to talk about. Oh, penalties, actually. We'll talk about the Darlington penalties first. Those were just recently assessed. Sam Mayer's team probably got the harshest penalty. They were issued an L1 penalty because of some illegal modifications. It's a loss of 10 driver's points and 10 owner's points, plus a $10,000 fine for the crew chief, and the crew chief is suspended for the next Xfinity race, that being Charlotte. Wow, what a penalty that is. Holy crap. So, also, the tire carriers for both the 2 and 88 truck teams were both penalized for clothing infractions. So both of those pit crew members are suspended just for one race, that being North Wilkesboro. So that was all of the penalties. There was another guy that got reinstated. Actually, I didn't put this on my list. I should have. Oh boy. Who was it? I don't remember. Nick Covey. After he was indefinitely suspended for substance abuse, he was reinstated. Going to be back for Austin Dillon's team now. So that's all good. Got some other news to talk about as well. Corey Heim is going to be in the 50 car at Nashville for 2311 Racing, so that's pretty cool. As you know, Corey Heim got a shot at Cup with Eric Jones out the last couple of weeks. Now he'll be getting another chance with 2311 Racing, so that's really cool. Let's save that one for the end. Some sad news for all you Auto Club fans out there. It has been reported that a return to Auto Club is highly unlikely. Because things are not going well over there.
Yeah, probably because they're going to build an Amazon building like they always do to tracks.
Maybe.
Texas should have been the one, or sorry, let me rephrase that. Texas should have been the one to get destroyed and turned into an Amazon building.
Oh, well. Well, still holding out hope. Maybe it will happen. We'll see. So some broadcasting stuff as well. Of course, we know that Amazon got a deal for the 2025 season. Starting in 2025. Their first race was revealed this week. Their first race is going to be next year's Coke 600.
Great, something I won't be able to watch.
Amazon Prime, baby. So
When I heard that news, this was me. Fucking nail into my head.
I thought you said Hard Rock. I thought you were going to say Hard Rock. I was like,
Yes. Never mind.
anyway.
I just realized I didn't want to say that out loud.
Also, Jimmy Johnson is going to be in the NBC booth for 4 races this season. One of them that he's planning on doing is the championship race at Phoenix, so they'll see. But he also said he was planning on racing in that race, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work out.
Maybe he'll purposely wreck on one of the laps and then go up to the booth.
Yeah, like Michael Waltrip did all those times with Fox. Yeah, would be on character. And then another piece of news, wet weather tires are being tested for larger tracks, larger than just half-mile or mile-long tracks. Homestead, in particular, is getting a test this September with the wet weather tires. They're not going to be implemented this season, however, possibly in the future, which for a track like Homestead is very needed.
So what you're saying is that Michigan could get it.
Good. I don't know if they're going to go to the super speedways. I feel like they're going to stay away from the super speedway.
Michigan is not a super speedway.
It pretty much is. It's the same length.
It is
speed.
not. It is a super speedway.
Silence.
It is the only track that can go 200 miles per hour that isn't a super speedway.
Okay, whatever you say. And then the last piece of news, which is probably one of the biggest ones we're going to have all season, it was related to next year's schedule. So you know how the NBA implemented an in-season tournament? Well, guess what? They're going to do the same thing for NASCAR. This is okay. We gotta go over what the format for this is going to be. Okay.
First, it was the draft lottery. Now this. What's next? NASCAR's going to do a draft lottery for every driver that's starting on the pole and all that for the Daytona race.
Fuck, I don't know. So it's going to have 32 drivers in it. I do want to point out, I have a theory about this. So the broadcaster for this period of races that this is going to be happening in is TNT. What else does TNT do? Broadcast the NBA. I think TNT bribed NASCAR to do this because they want to be like the NBA.
Shaq? Shaq to NASCAR? Pog?
That's just a theory. A Pringle theory.
A NASCAR theory.
My phone break? No, it didn't. Okay. Alright, let's see how this is going to work. Here's how it will work. The final 3 races, the Amazon Prime portion of the broadcast schedule, will determine the seeding of the 32 driver field. Sorry, I cannot help but laugh at this. This is such a joke. Once the bracket is set, drivers will go head-to-head with higher finishing drivers advancing to the next round, culminating in a winner-take-all $1 million prize in race number 5, or race number 22 of the season. That's cool. It's kind of like the return of the No Bull 5 races that they used to do in the 90s and 2000s. That's kind of cool. The in-season tourney concept comes as... Oh, that's just the reasoning why.
NASCAR, hate NASCAR. NASCAR is
Can I pull this?
going downhill.
Oh God, this is terrible. So yeah, it's gonna be 5 races. So race 17, race 18 through 22. And the schedule hasn't been released, so we don't know what tracks are going to be where, except for like
I
the.
bet you one of them's going to be Talladega. There has to be at least one super speedway on that.
Hmm.
So I guess they're just not fighting for points then. Is what it is.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think they're just trying. They're just continuing to make stupid gimmicks, and it's not.
If you're gonna do something like that, call it a dash for cash. Do what the Xfinity series is doing. Dash for cash. Some races be it, some races don't. Boom. Not a fucking tournament. This isn't basketball, pal. Don't be like the stupid idiots at NBA. We already have to talk shit about their frickin' draft lottery. Same thing with MLB and NHL.
Don't even get me started on those. Anyway, I don't like it. A lot of people do like it, which I don't quite understand. Sure, it's probably going to spice up the racing, but it completely takes away the concept of this like full season thing. To clarify, I'm not a fan of the NBA in-season tournament either. Okay, I think it's just a stupid gimmick. It doesn't make any sense. I don't even think it really helped their ratings at all. It might have, I don't remember, but I think it's just for some sort of in-season gimmick because nobody wants to watch NBA games for 8 months out of the year or 10 months out of the year. Because, you know, the finals go till right before the 4th of July and then the season starts in early October. So nobody wants to watch that shit. So what are they going to do? And NASCAR's going to be the same fucking thing. It starts in fucking February and goes until November. It's not going to change really anything, in my opinion. It might improve the on track product. But is that going to get more people to tune in? No. Well, maybe. But not enough to where it's going to be worth it, in my opinion. So. It's my 2 cents on it. We'll have to see how it goes, I guess. I mean, who knows? I could be proven wrong. It could be fun. It could be cool. You know, I'm hoping to be proven wrong, actually. Like, I'd like this to work out, but I don't think it will. So, anyway, that's all the news that I had. Unless Hitmaster had any. I don't know if he did.
Oregon Oil is gonna be. They did have their They did have their monster trucks on May 11th at Oregon Oil. My friend went to it and said it was actually surprisingly good.
Well, it's monster trucks, so I would expect it to be good.
He said the whole entire seats from the turn 4 all the way to turn 1s and 2 were full. So people had to stand.
They put temporary bleachers in? Nice.
No. You know the seat benches where usually the family sit or the garage, the spotters sit? Those seats. And then there's some, there's that one area where you can, like, stand and sit, like, and watch the race from the entrance of turn 1. And then you have, you know, basically all that spot was out. So...
Cool stuff.
It's Friday. They're going to be racing their first race. They're going to have figure 8s there.
Based.
Hopefully I can go.
That would be peak. Maybe I can go too. Who knows? Maybe I'll just show up. Maybe I'll show up with the camera crew. We'll do an impromptu podcast while the race is going on. That'll be fun, won't it?
Hey, yo, welcome to the podcast. This is Hitmaster.
Car crashes right behind us.
hold on, guys. We gotta get out of the way because there's debris hitting us. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got hit by something.
It would be our best episode yet, and our last.
Hitmaster gets killed.
Hitmaster fucking dies. That would be the title. That would be the title of the
And then you
podcast.
take a picture of me just bleeding on you, going,
Come on, I never do that. Well,
"Oh yeah, you're not a Logan Paul."
yeah. Anyway, before we get to our All-Star race predictions, I guess North Wilkesboro, I got some NASCAR stuff to show off. So we went antiquing. And I got some diecasts. One of them I already did a review on. I don't think it's up yet. So you get a sneak peek first here at the podcast. But I got a couple other things to show off too. Plus, my brother found some NASCAR hats in his closet that he doesn't want anymore. So I'm going to show those off today as well. So, but we'll get to the antiquing stuff first. First thing up. Harry Gant. Last season farewell tour 164 diecast in a special box. It's only $5. $5.
Yeah, he had to pay $5. Mallard ducks.
20. Oh, it's like a special 25 years. NASCAR's most competitive track, Talladega Super Speedway. It's pretty cool.
We didn't know that until then.
So this is a cool little thing I'm going to keep definitely in the box. It's also got a spot for the driver's signature on the back. You think I could get Harry Gant's signature? I probably could, right? Maybe not. I don't know. It's a cool looking diecast though, for sure. And only $5 and it's a farewell tour type thing. So I had to get it. It's cool shit. Put that down there. We'll save that for last. This is what I already did a video on. And you might have already seen it, you might have not. It's a diecast. It's a hidden diecast. So we're gonna open it.
Of course, I know these because I went antiquing, and I was I think if you're showing the right one, I was the one that found it and showed it.
Ricky Rudd, the Tide Ride. Now, I forgot to say the year of it in the review. It's 1996. It's the actually 50-year anniversary version. This was a steal, by the way. These are going for like $40 or $50 online. Guess how much I got this for? $10. The box is obviously not the best.
Hey, it's $10 for number 10.
Drew. The car itself, though, is in great condition. Minus one detail. This fucking window that the cashier lady popped out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The cashier lady broke the back window.
And she's like, do you still want it? I'm like, fix it, lady. Don't say I don't want it. I still fucking want it.
And then after she turns around to do something, Tyler looks at me and just goes, just smiles, and I'm like, feel your pain.
It's okay. It still looks good. I'll try and fix it eventually, probably. But it's still in great shape.
Keyword eventually.
Well, it's going to go in my closet, and it'll probably stay there until I clean out my closet again, and God knows when. But it comes with a cool stand as well. So definitely a worthwhile pickup. There was another diecast that I wanted to get. It was a Skittles diecast.
Number 36.
I wanted to get it, but then when we went back around to look for it, I couldn't find it. I don't know where it went.
Someone probably grabbed it, to be honest with you.
It probably did. So that sucked. That one was $18, but then I realized I was 12 cents short of being able to pay in cash, and then I had to pay an extra $2.50 to pay with my credit card. So that was good. All right.
Because of fucking tax.
Now, one more thing before the hats. M. Pomeroy convinced me to buy this. It's a Mark Martin mouse.
The Viagra.
So, well, I guess
And if
it
you
is.
don't know what Viagra is, look it up. I'm not going to explain it here. Just look it up.
The box isn't in the greatest shape, but it's on what's on the inside that counts. And here it is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's the perfect joke for Viagra. It's what's on the inside counts. I don't know why that was so funny to me.
I didn't realize it till after you just told me. Anyways, here it is. Yeah, there's the mouth itself. So you click, like, there's the clicker, and then there's
Did
no
you
way
actually test it?
there's no way to. Do you think this is? I have this port. This is the port it goes with. Also, I just realized something else is in here.
Oh god. Batteries?
Look at the sticker.
Is there Viagra pills?
This device complies with Part 15 of the FCC rules. What the fuck? No, I have not tested it yet, but I don't really care if it works or not because, one, I'm never going to use this as my actual mouse. Two, it was only $8, and so it's a cool collectible for just $8. Especially since NASCAR, like, merch with the Mark Martin diecast with, like, the actual Viagra on it are very rare because most of them were censored with just the Pfizer logo because censorship type thing.
That's not why, Tyler. That's not why. We all know why.
Just letting you know that that's not why they censored it.
There's something else in here, and I'm trying to get it out. I don't even.
Is it another Viagra mouse?
It is not another Viagra mouse, though. That would be very, very funny if I got a bonus mouse that
USB?
I could sell on the. I could auction it off on the non-existent Pringleson and Company website.
The USB.
Error, it's taped. Grr, I don't want to break the box. Fine, I'll just show it through the friggin' plastic. There's a floppy disk in there.
I bet you if you were to...
Oh, it's to set up the mouse.
First, you put it in your drawers. Then, the Viagra mouse will click.
Also, that's... Okay, that's how it...
When you...
Okay, I figured out how to actually get it closed.
This is what Tyler does in his free time, just trying to figure out shit.
Hey, I gotta keep myself busy somehow.
Meanwhile, I've just been home without a job.
That's okay, I'll be jobless by the time this podcast goes up. So, well, that's not true, actually. Anyway.
Not true.
I got some hats now. So let's get down to this, shall we? This is a Carl Edwards autographed hat. It's got my name on it. It says to Tyler from Carl Edwards. And obviously it doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit me anymore, but that's cool. This is an IndyCar hat, not a NASCAR hat, but there we go. I think we got this in Belle Isle. We went there for the race. Kyle Busch M&M's hat. This one is pretty cool. I always love the M&M's stuff. I'm really sad they're gone from NASCAR. I like this.
After you are all done, I do have one thing to show now that I remembered it, and I have it right here in my hands.
Jeff Gordon hat. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Another Carl Edwards hat. This one is not autographed, though. It does say the year on it, though. 2008. And then finally, a Bristol Motor Speedway hat.
Damn.
This one does actually fit me because we got it just a couple of years ago at the Bristol race. So that's cool.
Nice.
That's all the hats that I had to show off. Now I can put them in my room.
So, this one I just realized while you were talking about a signed Carl Edwards for some reason. I have this. And as you can see, that is the Tony Stewart.
Nice.
And it's an actual helmet, so now I can say, I can get this. I have the helmet, and I have the car. Hey, I'm happy. Alright, now I gotta put this back. Without fucking with it.
All right. Anyway,
You know what? For the rest of the time being, I'm gonna wear this.
it fits you well, beardless guy.
Let's just continue.
Anyway, that's all the news that we had, or other things to do for this episode. Let's get down to our thingamahoobers. Oh yeah.
I bet you there's gonna be a meme about this in the Discord server.
Oh, for
I
sure.
swear-
Oh, there
I swear
will be.
to God, if
Oh,
I see
there
this,
will be.
if I see this as an emote, I'm going to be pissed.
All right. Anyway.
Well, I know Jeffofthemellows will do it. There, now you got your picture. Fog.
North Wilkesboro is up on the schedule. Trucks are there for a point race, and the Cup is there for their all-star race. Xfinity is off. So, North Wilkesboro just got repaved. It's in its second year back. So I'm very excited to see how the repave affects the track, because I felt like last year nobody could really race because they were so worried about tire wear, and they just had to hug the bottom the whole time. So I'm hoping that changes this year, and we get to see some better racing of what North Wilkesboro was in its heyday. So should be very, very exciting, but always fun to go back to North Wilkesboro. I think the fans like it, so it's good. So who do you think is going to win? Let's start with the truck race. What do you think is going to take home victory?
Let's go with Corey Heim.
I'm going to pick Christian Eckes.
The X.
True.
So for this one, might as well get, for the second straight day time, we're not going to do the chips. Mostly because not all 43 drivers, or 34 drivers, or however many drivers there are, is not going to be there. We got Heat 1, Heat 2, and then the actual race. Speaking of which, there are paint schemes for North Wilkesboro. And I'm telling you this right now. If you guys want to look up Ross Chastain's, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Well, let's give the fans what they deserve, shall we?
That is.
Paint schemes. What? No, it's a scam website. There we go. Bush Light Flannel? Oh, God. Oh, my God. That looks cool. That looks pretty sweet. Why haven't they made a Bush Light Watermelon yet for a chest hand? Come on.
They probably will.
Missed opportunity.
You know what? Fuck it. Ross Chastain is going to win. No matter what. I'm not even going to talk about what he's in. Whatever he's in, I'm going to cheer for him. Ross Chastain is going to win.
I have to pick Chase Elliott. One, because I know he's going to be in the All-Star race because of his win at Texas. And also because he's Chase Elliott. So, there we go. Well, that's really all we had for this week's episode of the Talking NASCAR podcast. If you want to be a future guest, though, on the Talking NASCAR podcast, all you got to do is join the Pringles London Company Discord. The link is in the description down below. Request the Talking NASCAR role, and me or Hitmaster can work out a time to get you on. And so it should be really good there. And talk some NASCAR. So it'll be a lot of fun. But until then, much stay tuned for much amazing content from both me and Hitmaster. And stay tuned for next week. We'll recap the All-Star race. We'll preview Charlotte. And we'll do other stuff too. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.